Good morning, children. Today I'll be teaching you a new chapter, Sketchup. It's very good, very interesting. So, what is the Sketchup used for first, children? Sketchup is basically a 3D modeling tool where you can model many things, make many things, especially for architectural, for any designing, for any woodwork, whatever it is, designing works and all. Usually all these engineering students and everybody use this SketchUp. So today I'll share the screen with you and teach you. Yeah, when we open SketchUp, this is how it looks. But let me start first for you. What is SketchUp? So working with SketchUp, this is how your SketchUp screen looks when it starts. This is the icon for SketchUp. Okay, and you can see this is, we're using SketchUp 2004. Of course, it's um, advanced, but still you can use any SketchUp. It works. There may be a little upgrading, but this too works. Okay, here let's start with the introduction to SketchUp Make. What is SketchUp Make? SketchUp Make is basically a 3D modeling software. It's a software where you can create 3D objects, means looking at the objects from all sides and within also. It's quite easy to learn and it's very useful, especially for different designing works. Okay. It's not only for engineering, for many other things it's used for making your movies, or if you want to make any stories, your own stories, your comic stories, all are made like this only. So it is basically created so that the design looks really realistic, very, mm, as if it is existing. So it's a duplicate model of it, but would look exactly like how after you creating it in original form. So SketchUp is used for creating architectural, mechanical, landscape, woodwork modeling, and you can also design games also. You can make a storyboard. You can create movies and television serials or television shows. Here, this person is an architectural person, so he's created a beautiful house. So you can learn it through SketchUp. We'll be teaching you many things, how to create this house. And here you can see, I said it's used for landscape. So when you go on top to any beautiful sightseeing stations and all, you like to look at the landscape, how it is, how the trees are and all. Especially when you go to Tirupati or any place like this, it would be designed before it is created. It's used for mechanical works. If you want to design a car or an aeroplane or a scooter or cycle, all mechanical works are done through SketchUp. You can create woodwork. All your furniture, your dining table and all is created using SketchUp. Here this is a storyboard. It's about people traveling in a car, and somebody said put on the music and so on. Each picture is a storyboard. It's like a clip that is being shown to create a story. And here there is a, sorry, there is a game created. I think you've done this even in your ICR class, where many questions are being asked and then you answer it like a quiz question. It's like a game. There are other games too where you can play, like Ludo and Snakes and Ladders also created this way. Many games are created. So here there is a thing called subtraction. Your 10 minus 6, what is the answer? You need to choose. So gaming is done. So this is where SketchUp is used in architectural field to create to have an imagination of a beautiful landscape, to create mechanical objects like a car, design a car or many other things, design woodwork like furniture, create a storyboard or games. Okay, how do we start SketchUp? Basically, first when you click on this icon, right, you come to this picture. Okay, this is a startup screen. And in the startup screen, you have an option called choose a template. When you click on this template, you get different types of SketchUp mix. It may be in inches, it may be in millimeters, it may be in meters, and more bigger, because you're creating big objects. So it depends upon what you are creating. So from this, you choose a template, and then when this screen, this screen opens, you will select feet and inches, because it's small things that you're making. So from the template, you will select the template which shows feet and inches. See, the first one is the feet and inches. So you select this, and then your startup screen starts. Okay, so I'll show it to you after this how to do it. Then comes your SketchUp makeup interface. So when it opens, when you click on that the template which shows feet and inches, this is what opens. The very first thing here is your default toolbar. Okay, and this is your design area where you are creating the objects. Clear? This is the design area. Okay, this green mat is the design area. This is your default toolbar, which is always there. And this is your status bar. I'll be explaining you each and everything, what is their properties or what is the use. And you can see three different lines, a blue line, a green line, and a red line. These are called the axis line. Because of these axis line, we are able to create the 3D modeling. Understood? Now let's see what are these different tool interface windows parts that we have learned. What are they useful for? Yes, we have learned about the design area. What is the design area? This is the place where you'll create your models. The down part here is your status bar. The status bar, it will show you the dimensions of the object, how big object, how much centimeters or millimeters is it. And it also gives you the various information on the different tools that you're using. And here you have the axis, right? The blue, the green, and the red line are called the axis. These axes are the 3D spacing. How much area you require for this, in this, and then in this area. So it's a 3D spacing for the drawing area. And it's also, drawing area is identified visually by drawing the axis. When you draw, that is how it is being, is it elongated this way or this way? When we draw, then you'll understand how the 3D axis works. Okay, sorry. And these are green and blue and red lines. They are perpendicular to each other, and the axes are very helpful in providing sense of the directions for creating your 3D images or objects when you are working. And what is an object? This person is the object. It's a figure. So a figure can be a 2D or a 3D dimension. 3D dimension is when you're seeing it in all directions, from top, bottom, sideways, and inside and all. So this is your 3D. Okay, so objects are 2D or 3D dimension. That is a figure that is drawn in SketchUp, and whatever you draw, that is called an object. So you can see on the screen there is a human object that appears when you open SketchUp window. You can hide this human object and then start doing your work. I'll be teaching you how to hide the object too. So the three things that you learned is the designing, which is for you to create models, the status bar, which tells you the dimension of your objects that you're drawing, and also some information about your tools. The axis, it is how you draw your different objects on the three different lines, and creating your 3D objects, and it shows you the directions of your 3D while you're working. And the object, the meaning of object is, the object can be it can be a 2D or a 3D dimensional figures, and these type of figures are called the objects. And you can see on the screen there is a human object, and we'll teach you how to hide the human object. These are the default tools on your toolbar. So it appears immediately below your menu bar. I think you know what's your menu bar. The file, edit, view, these are your menu bars. Below the menu bar is your default toolbar. You can get this toolbar. If you don't find it, you can just click on the view menu and click on toolbar option, and then the this default toolbar opens. There are different tools here. The first tool is select tool. What is the select tool used for? It is used for selecting an object. The next tool is an eraser tool. The eraser tool is definitely to erase any of your objects that the parts of your objects that you don't require. And it is it's called a soften and smoothen. To smoothen objects, it does it very neatly. Maybe you have two lines, you just want to erase one line. If you use an eraser like how you use it on your paint and all that, it would erase both the lines. But this is such a thing that it has a very clear way of erasing things. So that's why it's called soften, smoothen objects. Pencil tool is a free, it's like for you to draw lines and edges from point to point. It's not like your freehand, like how you write whatever you want. It only joins from one point to another, making different straight lines or vertical lines or horizontal lines. Then comes the circle tool. Definitely you know what's a circle tool. It starts drawing an elliptical shape or a round circle shape from this center. It becomes like that, like how when you throw a pebble into the water, it makes from the center, it keeps making a big circle. So it's like that. Even the circle tool works that way. From the center, it starts becoming bigger and bigger in a circle till what dimension you want. The push and pull tool is the most important tool. This is the tool that can create a 2D plane into a 3D plane. The offset tool is to copy any of, suppose you need something, a box, again you want to copy that box, again it copies that box within another box. So big box and then a little small box. So that's the offset tool, that it duplicates your objects. Or offset is used to draw a copy of your plane. Then the move tool helps you to move the objects from one selected place to another. The rotate tool, of course, you know, to rotate the objects from, if it's straight, you can rotate it this way to any angle that you require. The scale tool is used to measure the measurements of your object. You can make the object big or small, like my screen right now, my picture, my face is there. I can make it big or small using the scale tool. Then the paint bucket tool is to fill color, or you can apply different materials into the object. There are many types of materials, like you have stone material, then you have tile material. So there are many materials in the paint bucket tool. Then you got the orbit tool. The orbit tool is when you, take your camera position to different angles, and that's what the orbit tool helps you to take different views when you are, downloading with your camera. So you have a camera system here and you can create a full movie of it. So you'll be learning that too. Last comes the pan tool. The pan tool, you can make the, the object like this, horizontal or vertical or whatever way you want it. You can move the camera view horizontal or vertical to whatever position you want. These are the tools and you will be using these tools. Now, if I want to open, I told you I'm going to teach you how to hide an object and also unhide an object. So if you want to hide an object, first select the object. You can see the first picture here. What's the first picture doing? It's selecting this girl. Select the girl. Either you right click on the girl or you have these menus, file, edit, view, all these menus. Click on the edit menu and select hide. Automatically the human object gets hidden. This is not the only object you got in SketchUp. You have many other objects. You can select your own object, what you want. So that gets hidden once you click on the edit menu and click on hide. Or you can click on the on this object or this human body, right click on it, okay, and say edit, and then you can get the option hide. And when you see edit and click on the option hide, once you click hide, the object is not to be seen. If I want to unhide the object, same thing, edit and click on unhide. So automatically, how many other objects you have? 3-4 objects, and you wanted to hide all those objects. And if you want, you can just say unhide the last object, or if you have hidden 3-4 objects, you can say unhide all the objects. This is about hide and unhide. Now I need to create a new document. So what do? I'll go to file menu. As usual on any applications, you use the same options. Click on file and click on new, or the shortcut key, shortcut for a new screen is Ctrl+N, and then you'll have a new drawing screen, drawing area for you to use. And so how to create a new document, choose File and select Control plus New. SketchUp will open a new drawing area. How to create a new document? It's actually this is how to save a new document. Sorry. To save a document, click on File, click on Save option. See, when you click on File and Save option, the Save As option dialog box opens. You select your location. You want to save it in My Documents, C drive, D drive. Here is selecting My Documents, so it's going to save it in My Documents. Here you click and type whatever file name you want. And the extension for SketchUp is .skp. Okay, so you select your location and type any file name with the extension .skp. So if you're typing class 8.skp. So if you want to save a document, sorry, this is not new documents. To save a document, click on File, click on Save. The Save As dialog box opens. Or you can click and Save As also. The Save As dialog box opens, and then you enter your name, select your desired location, and type your name and save it with the extension .skp. Then click on Save menu. Here we have basic drawing tools. To draw a rectangle, you select the rectangle tool. Here the rectangle tool is being selected. Can you see? If you click on this, this arrow here, you have many types of shapes that are given: rectangle, circle, and polygon. So we selected, we drawing a rectangle, so you select the rectangle tool. Or on your keyboard, if you click R, that's only when you're in SketchUp you can click and use the R option. The R option automatically allows you to use the rectangular tool. With the help of your mouse, just drag, and then your rectangle, drag the mouse over the desired location that you want. See, the shape of it is different when you click it on this area. So that's how the rectangle tool is done. Now the ellipse tool, if you want to draw the ellipse tool, select same place, but instead of rectangle, you select the circle tool, and then at the desired location, press the mouse left button and drag the cursor to create a ellipse tool. And then eraser tool, as I told you, just with the eraser tool, you can delete any line or anything, objects that you require. Even you can right click on that place where you want and then click on the eraser tool. Line tool is to draw lines from point to point. You just can't do anything. You can draw 2D or 3D face and just use your push and pull tool to make it a 3D face. Then, so you see, there are different designs that are being done in the line tool. Select the line tool, and then every time you press, so this one, you press an escape tool, automatically you go to the start over again. And here, if you want to open a document that you already have, you have to go to File, select Open, or Control plus O is a shortcut key for Open. Then you select where's your file, click on that file and click on Open. Automatically your Open option opens. Okay, this is your worksheets. Just check your worksheets, whatever you have done, whatever I've taught you, these are the worksheets. And in the previous chapter also you had many mistakes. If you have any doubts, you can just check this worksheets and make the corrections if you've done wrong answers. So the homework for you is complete the worksheets given on page number 17 and 18, write bit 3. I'll just show you how to draw the different rectangle and ellipse tool in SketchUp. Okay, so I'll share the SketchUp with you. See, this is a start screen for SketchUp. You can choose a template, whatever template. Here it is feet and inches. I think you can see, I can't make the screen right now big because I'm just on the starting. So select the feet and inches. When you select, I'm giving you a practical thing for you. Select this feet and inches and then click on start using SketchUp. This is your SketchUp screen. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I think, oh God. Just a minute, children. Okay, as usual, start, choose a template and start. SketchUp opens. This is your tool options and all. So how to hide this girl? Select this girl and go to your edit menu and click on hide, right? The girl gets hidden. Or edit and select undo hide. The girl is back. Or click on the girl, right click. Here you can say hide, right? And again, right click. Or you go to edit and say unhide, right? The girl comes. Okay, when I want to draw a rectangle tool, select the rectangle tool, click on the rectangle, and then you can draw the rectangle tool. Can you see how I drew the rectangle tool? Here again, you can draw a rectangle. See the different places, how it looks. See, it has different looks because it's at different places that I'm using. These are, that's why it's called it. This is a rectangle tool. Below this rectangle tool is your circle tool. See how it comes from the center. Sorry. See, from the center the circle tool comes, right? Just click and then leave it from the center. Oh my God. Then, okay, now you select. I'll hide the girl so that I can do some work. So you understood ellipse, you can use your polygon tool also. See how the polygon tool looks. I'm not having it. This is your polygon tool, right? And then I said I'll use the eraser tool. This is your eraser, right? You can click one line at a time, you know, if you want. If you're having 2-3 lines, suppose I put a line here, and this is a pencil tool that you draw from point to point. I want this, okay? Then again from here to here, right? And I'm creating here to here. Use the eraser tool on this so that you'll understand what I'm saying. So this is a point to point tool. So you can just, you know, join it here. Now when I'm using the eraser tool, it does not erase a whole object. It erases one at a time. Can you see? It does not erase everything. Whichever line I want to erase, because I'm using this, see, it did not erase the whole thing. So that's why it's called smooth edges. So you learned about the pencil tool, the eraser tool, the ellipse tool, the circle tool. This is it for now. I'll teach you the other things in the next class. Till then, have a nice day and do all your homework. Thank you.